Game over. The stock market crash of 2025 just started. Let's go back in time. I talked about the mega crash potential. I talked about sell the rip. Well, now we have a bearish engulfing daily candle. And this pattern here says that there is potential for us to go down by 20+% or a bear market. So, bearish engulfing daily candle, bearish potential for a bear market, extreme fear, but not that extreme fear reaction. No. But right now, stocks are seeing their worst sell off in 2025. Oh, no. And Nvidia is down by 8.5%. Let's look no further than crypto, though. Why? Oh, my goodness. Did you see what happened? Wow, this thing got fired fast. It went from where it started to where it went, all the way back to where it started. And we're already into a monthly lower low, which means that this is already broken down. This is similar to what I'm looking for here on the S&P 500. Form a monthly lower low or a new low of the year. We are awfully close here. Why? Well, let's look here. So now we're actually into a monthly lower low. Not to confuse you, I'll show you that a little bit later. But here is the January low we just looked at on Bitcoin. We would have to fall below 576. This happens to also roughly correspond with a gap fill here. What is this? That's the day President-elect became the nominee. He won. That's when we find out he's going to be president. So the market is looking for words from President Trump if that happens. But if not, there's some people that are about to get fired. There is no room left for a deal. Canada and Mexico, you are effing fired. Get out of here. Nvidia, yeah, you're fired too. Don't come back to work tomorrow. A lot of stocks are fired today. Not to make light of a red situation, but yes, this is really red. This is a really red day. I think a lot of people thought there's no way he's going to do it. The magnificent stocks are going to be magnificent. This is not magnificent. Don't sign me up if this is what magnificent means, right? Down -4 to, where's Tesla? -27. Ouch. That hurts. Yes. And here's the reason why. Tomorrow, on March 4th, 25% for Mexico and Canada. There you go, 25%. And there's an additional 10% tomorrow for China. That means 10 plus 10 or 20% total. And then only a week later, 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum. April 2nd, everybody get it, including Europe and reciprocal. Nice. So there's no room left for a deal. He was asked explicitly. Could something happen in the last minute? I don't know. I'm getting a little bit fatigued here, right? I'm like the kid. Hey, mom and dad, could you guys please stop fighting over there? I'm so tired and I just want to watch a little bit of TV. That's right. So that's what's happening here. Over in the East, there is a really big meeting happening. And stocks face a fog of uncertainty ahead as risks keep mounting. So people are sobering up a little bit, including David Kostin, who is warning that the S&P faces hurdles in the near term. Ray Dalio, we're going to have a heart attack, right? The U.S. debt crisis is going to have a heart attack within 2-3 years, give or take 1 year. That could happen within 2 years, right, Ray? Yeah, that's within 2 years. Uh-oh. That's right. Dollar bears are starting to show that U.S. exceptionalism. Yeah, you fade that. And there's now anxiety because France and the UK are now stepping up to actually support Ukraine. We're not sure if the U.S. is even going to be at the table anymore. But whoa. Isn't this supposed to be my deal? Yes, but we're the ones fighting over here. That's what's so peculiar. So I will let you interpret this how you want to. Is it your American duty to pay $12,000 more per car? If no, then that's like kind of what's happening here. Or if you're the average family, you're going to be paying about $1,200 more per year. That's right, $100 more per month. It might not seem like very much, but we know that most Americans can't even afford a $500 emergency expense or a $1,000 emergency expense. So if cars are now going to cost $12,000 more in addition to what they cost now, what happens? What if I told you behind door number 1, you could actually get a whole car, the entire thing, for what? $10,000. Yes, this company is BYD. Ding, ding, ding. They're raising $5 billion in an upsizing to their Hong Kong listing today. And if we look here, whoa, USA, you don't look so hot, buddy. -2.824%. That's a massive contraction. This is not the official number. It's a GDP tracker. It's real time. But this is a massively negative number. This means recession is coming if we get it, and then we get one more. That's a nasty number. When's the last time we saw one like that? During the lockdowns. That's the only time we saw more than -2. Trump, you are number 1, baby. You are number 1. And I think you might be playing with fire here. Let's look at who was the biggest partner in 2000 and today. So blue is America and red is the other guy. Look where we were. Look where we are. Who was he attacking? The only ones that are left in blue. Yeah, that's right. The only ones that are left in blue. That's who he's attacking. Cool story, bro. All right, cool story. Yeah, here we go. No room. Maybe you guys want to consider smashing that thumbs up or subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much ahead of time. So there is no room, right? You are fired, fired, fired. 25% comes in tomorrow. Nice. And we're going to retaliate. Anyways, here's another headline. Lumber prices hit 2022 high as Trump investigates foreign imports. Where do you think lumber comes from? I know, eh? Up north. That's right. Well, welcome to Bizarro World, where what used to make perfect economic sense only, I don't know, like 2 months ago, a month ago, does not anymore. Yeah, there you go. Summarize right there, right? Take it for what it's worth. Some people like golden showers. Some people don't. I don't like these numbers here. This means a big contraction. There is just so much uncertainty. And a lot of this is driven by, we'll jump that for now. Actually, maybe I'll plug that after. There's a stock that's due for an alert. It's QQQ. Also, in addition to the daily alert for S&P and QQQ, which is the alert I'm going to use to make sure we're going to go back up. Why? Well, because right now we're going down, down, down. How are stocks going to go up with us making money if they can't stop going down? That's right. That's exactly the problem right now. So we're sell-off, talked about that. All right, let's get back here to the meat and potatoes. Let's get back to here. Oh, yeah, red. That's right, Mr. Red. So there's a meeting happening over in the Eastern country, which I just showed you was taking over the world. That's right. They're going to be talking about a few key things here. Here's our key priorities. GDP, inflation. We're also wondering whether they're going to go burr, which means whether they're going to do stimulus. So GDP, inflation, budget, tech, trade, property market, and consumption. This is where we might get the burr, right? The big burr. Why? They need to get people buying, growth. And here's what disappointed in the US. So it wasn't just the big stinky GDP print. Yes, it's a tracker. Yes, it's not the actual, but yes, it is also scaring people. I'm hearing people talking about it. I'm talking about it. Yeah. What's Trump saying? Higher for longer. Let's do more of this. I think it's time to rethink things. Why? Look at these numbers here. They are disappointing. And that is part of the reason why we also went down. If now we make it really simple to round it out, thank you for watching until now. Here are the dates that matter for right now. So we got through the UK and France. I just showed you that. It didn't really move the tape, as you probably saw. There's a State of the Union happening tomorrow. And then there's also, I forgot to add this in here, right? Yes, if you are a friend, you pay more. If you're not a friend, of course you pay less. That seems fair. And then on the 5th, we got ADP non-farm payroll, ECB on Thursday, and then non-farm payroll and average hourly earnings with unemployment rate on Friday. And then the big daddy, Jerome Powell. Is it going to be the mega fade? All right. Now at the 8-minute mark, I'm trying to be mindful of what I want to say now, because I don't want to say I told you so, but I'm trying everything to say to not say that, because what I need to do is really say I told you so, and now we need to manage from here. Let's look at the price. It's going sideways. So if price is king and volume confirms, what does the volume say? Big red, big red. When's the last notable big candle? Oh, that's like a long time ago. Well, yeah, the low here is 510. The high is 530. That's the last time people were excited to buy. Yes. And if you note, the yellow line goes progressively lower and lower and lower. So as people get excited, they're buying less and less and less. I don't really like that. And now the leader here, if we look to Nvidia, and we'll come back and talk about SPY a little bit more later in the show. And I did go through these in depth in the pre-market video, and I'll go through them again tomorrow. But here we go. Oops, that's not the line I wanted to delete. Was that one? Let's go here to the daily chart. Let's make this really simple here, because this is really important. If leaders lead and followers follow, here is what happened when we heard about DeepSeek. There is a monster dead cat bounce, and we failed to get back above it. Do you see the big reject right here? So high, lower high, low, lower low, lower high, lower low. That's right, lower low. It blew it out, blew the low out. Yes. So now we have to recapture it. What does recapturing mean? It has to turn into a fail break. We need this. So if now we go back here to a pattern we're very familiar with, or called failed breakdowns. A failed breakdown is a bottoming pattern. It is not an expansion signal. We need to see that by closing over the previous candle high. We've also summarized that with you with the bull and bear recipe, not to overcomplicate things. Now let's go back here to SPY. Why? We printed a lower low. So now we have to wait until Friday to save this chart here. This is the weekly chart. It closes every week. Yes, we're higher right now, couple of points doesn't really impress me. 582.44, that's the number to save. And if now we think about this, all right, we have to wait until Friday. You just told me there's a mega amount of news between now and Friday. Yes. And then we have to wait even longer. We have to wait all the way until the end of March, really April. That's normally when stocks like to go sideways to down. And if now, only looking at new information, because honestly, this market moves really fast. Let's look here. What do we have? It's a lower low. Yes, which is why I'm saying the chart's broke, right? They're broken. Now we got to try to fail breakdown. Broke, breakdown. Then we got to try to do a fail breakdown. This candle closes at the end of the month. We have to wait until when? The end of the month to get the all clear. And if we don't get it, April kind of seems like a date we want to be very, very, very receptive to. Why? That could be it. That could be the start of the big bear. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you on the next one. And if you want to find out what I do after I sign off YouTube, there's actually a 45-day free trial where you could come and join me for free. Get all the help you need. I can walk you through it. You can have access to my 401k and Roth account, private education, and one-on-one help from me. So if that interests you, we've had a pretty good Hall of Fame again. Past performance is no guarantee for future results, and look at the description for full disclaimer. But I would be very excited to welcome you for a 45-day free trial. Or if you just want to join me and have no credit card required, click on the link in the description. It should be the third one. Thank you very much. I'll see you on the next one.